Okay, outside Bryson City on Lakeview Drive, this is also known as the Road to Nowhere, and we're going to start down it. I'll tell you about it. Okay, so the history of this is when Lake Fontana, the Fontana Dam, was built in the early 40s and the lake was formed. It covered a highway that went out to a community, and the name of that community actually escapes my mind right now, but it cut off all access to it. And so basically the federal government, along with some other entities, National Park Service, Department of Interior. Oh, look, a turkey on the side of the road. You see that on the left? See the turkey? We're supposed to build a new road out here. So it started and it went for a while. I think the Park Service completed their portion first, and then the county did their portion. I believe it was the Department of Interior, perhaps, the feds, started on their portion in 60. That's how long it was taken to get this built. They even built a tunnel. And then they decided that it was, people think it was too much money. They just didn't want to spend the money. But apparently there's environmental concerns. Anakista rock was exposed or something. From what I've read, they're afraid it was acids from it was going to get into the lake and the streams and so forth, cause environmental damage. Also, unstable land that it was going to go across. So they stopped construction on it, I believe in the 50s or 60s. No, actually by 70. 70 it had completely stopped. And then there were lawsuits, of course, back and forth, and it's still going on. Finally, the feds decided that the best thing to do is just not go forward with it and to just pay off the Swain County a settlement. So I think it was $52 million, and they paid them some, and then there's another lawsuit for the rest, and they had until the end of this year, 2020, to pay it. And it was only 2 years ago that they actually got the remaining 30-some million. And Swain County can only spend the interest that it makes, but they've built new schools and whatnot from it. But right now it's just a dead end, but there's picnic tables, and there's access to trails, horse trails and hiking trails, and the tunnel is pretty neat, which I'll show you down here toward the end. But now, as far as that community that was cut off, there's a few buildings there now. I haven't been in a few years. Me and some friends kayaked over to it across Lake Fontana, and there's an old cemetery over there, and the Park Service provides a pontoon boat, big one, that brings the residents over there. I guess it's just on weekends or Saturdays, so they can visit, put flowers on the graves and whatnot. And but there's a couple restored buildings. I guess the Park Service probably keeps them preserved. I can't remember what type they are. I say it's been a while. And but there's some ruins and some junk. It's been trapped over there since the 1940s. So it's pretty cool. There was actually a big lumber mill over there as well. So, all right, I'll show you a little bit more here in a little bit. Some nice views off of this road. I don't know if you can see. Probably not. I haven't seen the lake yet, but